the dev bin up next.
Oh, did you switch it back?
It's back, yeah. Yeah, no, I switched it back. Is it going to go on? Did you set it?
Can I not share my entire screen?
You can. You can.
I'm only getting.
Screen.
And did you set the timer?
Okay.
Did you set the timer?
Oh.
All right. So real quick, what time is it? 5:57. We're going to go for exactly at 6 o'clock. What I'm doing right now is just scheduling this because it will do a thing at a time. All right.
I guess let's choose a date. Thanks. Duration.
Date is today. Duration is 15 minutes. All right. All right, I've done a thing. We are the dev bin. We built Pilot. The idea of this is it is an Internet of Things smart outlet for all of your outdoor needs. It is weather rugged, and it is intelligent. You can control it from your phone. That's the website I was just at. It is optimized for mobile so that you can use it while you are asleep or on the toilet or wherever your browsing habits take you. It's heavy duty, should work anywhere, and it's also supposed to work at 40 below. We haven't tested that. Yeah. It's not cold enough.
And like an example is like using it for the main idea was to use it when your vehicle at 40 below. You can control when the outlet goes on, so you can save power.
So this is the idea. We have a web app, and it communicates with a Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi uses a state-based relay so that it can use little power to trip a 110-volt standard outlet that you can plug your car into, or if you have like an outdoor greenhouse and you want to control like your fan or other things like that, it can all be controlled remotely through this app.
And then also, why, like at what time is it going off? At 6, yeah, that's right. So pay attention to the lamp right there around in 2 minutes because it's
hopefully will turn
on. Yeah, it might be a little delay on it.
Yep. All right. So this is our app. Tyler, you want to explain kind of what's going on here?
Oh, God. Okay. So I built the app using Ionic and Angular. And so it connects to a Flask API to get the upcoming, like, when it's going to turn on and the duration that it's going to be on. And then it also will tell you up on the top. So right now the Pi is currently off. And then in the middle, there's the scheduling. So you choose a date, time, and then a duration. We didn't really set up a validation for the duration, but we recommend like less than 4 hours. We can go up to like 24 or something.
With this, there's a lot of error checking and enforcing rules that we need to implement that haven't yet. But I think the important thing about this is in 2 days, we got it working. So if our previous tests haven't lied to us, that will be turning on in the next minute. Yes. So moving on to kind of the back end of it. So the back end of this is a Flask API. It runs in the cloud. It communicates both with our front-end web app and with our Raspberry Pi. Basically what it does is it keeps track of all of the events, events being when it should turn on and how long it should turn on for. The Raspberry Pi can call those, and then it can act accordingly.
And you want to just
Oh, there goes. Yep. There you go.
So it's on now.
Yeah.
So this right here, currently I'm, yeah. Yeah. So it did turn on. I didn't have to touch it. Currently I'm also SSH'd into it, so I can do things like this command here will get us the, oh, that's right.
Yes.
So this should show us that it is currently on, and then when it turns off, the web app will update accordingly. Through that Python script, I can also manually turn it on and off. We have commands to do that. Other than that, it's going to run for 15 minutes and then turn off as the schedule here would indicate.
Except it's gone now.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's gone now from the list because it's no longer upcoming.
Yeah.
Any questions about that? Anyone want one?
Let's go to the next thing. And so then the hardware, this is kind of the process of when we were kind of designing the hardware. This is actually completely like outdoor rated. We use like electrical components that seal off, so like it can be wet locations. You can kind of lift that up. And then so that's the process is when we first got it working as the first picture, then I started cleaning it up a bit. Then actually got power to it. It was a very tedious process of trying to find a micro USB that could fit in there nicely. And then that's kind of the final product right there for the hardware wise.
That has a Raspberry Pi in it, a state-based relay, the power to the Raspberry Pi. It's kind of an intimidating amount of stuff we put in that box.
That's it.
All right. Yeah. Any questions? Guess not.